Hello, and now we are joined in the studio by Kishkash. Hey. So, Kishkash, tell them who you are and what you do.
Oh, that question, it always gets me. What do I do? I do a radio show myself, so I've got to give you ladies props for what you're doing. So I'm on Soho Radio every Tuesday, 8 till 10. I'm plugging it hard, right?
Nice.
It's called the All City Show, and I do 2 hours of brand new hip hop. You know what I mean? So yeah, so it's about that. I do brand consultancy. I do social media. I do a lot of blagging. Yeah, I'm all about really. Oh, I also do an event as well every year, and it's called Sneakerness. Okay. And it's Europe's biggest platform for sneakers. It's like a convention. So yeah, we got DJs there who play hip hop and whatever, and we have loads of stalls and we have loads of activations with brands, and we work. You know, we're just trying to sort of enrich the culture and the community aspect of things.
Nice.
So that's going to be going down next year. So check out sneakerness.com. They do one in like 10 major other cities as well, and they get about 4,000 or 5,000 people through the door every time.
Nice.
So yeah.
Big
so
events, big events.
Watch out.
Nice. So speaking of what you do, on your Instagram, I saw as lifestyle and culture connoisseur.
True. What a title.
So what is that?
I made that up. Yeah.
Well, you did say a lot of blagging.
Oh yeah, no, exactly. But I mean, a lifestyle. I mean, the thing is, I just appreciate stuff. I appreciate life. So when it comes to food, when it comes to style, when it comes to music, I just want to be on my A game. That's what it's about. And you only get one life, so I want to try to maximize. Hit the levels as possible, trying to hit maximum every time I do something. Obviously, being human, you just don't achieve that all the time. But the intent is, trying to hit my maximum, trying to also help other people out as well. That's key, because it's just not all about you. It has to be community. It has to be inclusive. It has to be about nurturing new talent. It has to be about bolstering existing talent. It's all aspects of life, be it small stores, be it, up and coming artists, people with new platforms or whatever. I'm just all about, making sure that people is on and we all get to live and eat, you know what I mean, and shine.
Of course, of course.
Nice.
So I want to ask the start of your career. So when did you start DJing? When did you know that, this is me, this is what I want to do? My love for music, when did that all come about?
Wow, I mean, the crazy, that's a deep one. Basically, I just used to go around to record stores back in the day and just buy records, all the latest hip-hop records, funk records, disco records, whatever style of music that I'm into. And then I got really sort of friendly with, all the people who work there and stuff. And then I ended up working at a record store.
Okay.
There was one called Mr. Bongo. They used to be on Poland Street in Soho. So I started working there. Then I went to Major Flavors. I used to, I met loads of DJs, loads of people who are still my friends to this day. Loads of rappers and all that kind of stuff. While I was there, I was living in Brighton. I wasn't living in London. And the three guys that I was hanging out with, Cy, Kurt and Grant, they had links to this station, this radio station that was starting up back then. Okay. And they were like, yo, you're the plug, before, people knew what the plug was. Do you know what I mean? You're the connect, you're the link, you're the hookup. You got access to all these records on the early. And, we could get a radio show on there. So then that's when it started. So I never really, I had all these records already, but I was just like into them, just playing them at home and stuff. I had loads of friends who were DJs and stuff, and I just never considered it. So it's kind of mad how things have worked out,
Well, I know you mentioned that you play hip hop and that kind of R&B style and stuff, but is that like your specific genre, or do you sometimes play other bits and bobs?
No, that's my specific stuff. I mean, I'm into music, period.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But yeah, my main focus is hip hop. It's, my main focus is hip hop, really, at the end of the day.
You were saying to me earlier how you feel hip hop is a massive influencer to the UK scene. Expand on that.
Well, I mean, in terms of style, I mean, it's apparent that, you know, people just flex like on a sort of hip hop tip, but it's a reinterpretation. It's not just a one for one of the American look, because there's so many influences over here that we should be proud of. You know, you got the whole reggae influence coming through. You got the whole football casual influence coming through. You know, there's so many aspects in this house culture. There's so many different sort of layers of you know, texture to this whole thing. You know, that's the thing. And when it comes to music, you know, how many musical advances or musical genres have come from this country, from drum and bass, UK garage, speed garage, you know, grime, dubstep. It's all happened here. And it's because we just have this thing where we just can take, or we can be inspired, and we just make something beautiful out of it. And the thing is, no one, you know, it's a thing about the UK where everyone's sort of like, you know, someone gets successful, then people want to take them a peg down. Whereas like in other countries, they celebrate that, and they want them to win. And as a people, we really do sort of like not play our hand, and we're very sort of reserved in you know, our status. And I think other countries need to recognise that we've made an incredible contribution to the world. Other countries have as well. I'm not saying no one else has, but I'm just saying we should be proud of what we've achieved. You know, we've got
100%.
we've got community radio stations and stuff, and there's countries out there that don't even have that. You know, and that means we have a voice. And you know, it's good to express.
Of course,
yeah, definitely.
Most definitely. Also, as well, I wanted to ask you, what has been the single most memorable night, or show, or radio, whatever it is, night, show?
Probably the one that I don't remember. Because it was that wavy that I ain't got a clue what went on, and you're just like, "Yo, do you remember what happened?" And I was like, "Nah, I don't know." You know what I mean? Like that. It must have been one of those ones. But I've had so many. But wow, what's the one that's most recent? Do you know what I mean? Oh my gosh, I can't even remember what I did last week these days. You know that, I swear down. It's just like there's so much happening.
Yeah, cool.
There's so much happening that it's mad, because more things happen in a day now than used to happen in a whole year, like just literally like, you know, about 10 years ago. You know, and it's just like, whoa. And then time is just getting like constricted, and so much is happening in there. It's like, yo, what did happen? I don't know. And then you got to think, and you got to look back. I mean, I'm looking back on my photo feed on my phone, and there's things on there I was like, oh yeah, I remember that. I remember that.
About it,
yeah,
I remember it.
Exactly. Yeah. Do you know what I'm saying?
I know
so
exactly.
Yeah, either that, or we as humans are getting dumber because we're deferring all our information to the cloud. Into something.
It's so true.
Right?
It's so true. That's crazy.
So
crazy.
I wanted to ask, like, how did you get into fashion in the way you did, and like especially around the trainers and the shoe department? How did that happen? So you went to the record label, the music, it just made sense. Yeah. So where did the style and the fashion?
It's all hand in hand. It's all hand in hand, because the thing is, if you know, since day, if you're into the music, then you're into the whole look that comes through it. That's why it's a culture, and it transcends just other musical genres. You know what I'm saying? You know, okay, that's a lie. So when you look at like punks, they got the whole look, right? When you look at mods, they got a whole look. They wear the parka, they got the stay press and the loafers, and they like driving around on mopeds or whatever. Do you know what I mean? With hip hop, you just look swaggy. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? You got to be dipped. Your drip has got to be like, you know, it's just got to be like a waterfall, hasn't it? Really, isn't it? It's just got to be like that.
Excuse me. I totally agree. Like with whatever you do, I think it kind of comes with that. Like you're saying, it goes hand in hand, like the hip hop swag, goths, they've got a type of look or whatever. But the one particular thing that I can see has your interest, and it has for years,
you reckon,
is the trainers. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. Obviously, every guest that we have, we have to do our research. Oh, yes. We have to do our research. And
I feel naked right now. No one needs to see that either.
An article talking about your passion for the crepe. Yeah. Passion for the crepe. Yeah. And the amount of pairs that you have.
I got a couple, a
couple.
How many pairs do you have today?
I don't know.
Okay.
I've never counted the shoes.
Digits? Is it in the 2 digits?
It's in the 4 digits. It's in the 4 digits.
It's in the 4s.
Yeah.
The article says 2,000 pairs.
I've never counted
them.
Yeah.
And how
That article.
Because
It's one of those ones that's a bit fugazi. They just totally guessed it. Because if I don't know, how do you guys? How do they know?
Yeah, that's true.
So where do you store all of these trainers?
In yard or in storage. Literally.
See, this is what I said to these lot. I was like, he's got to have a big yellow storage. He's got to have something.
Something extra.
Yeah.
You know, external hard drive.
It's like an external hard drive. That's a good analogy. I'm gonna use that. I appreciate that. Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah, isn't it?
So what do you do? Just like go down there and pick out a couple for the month? Or
I mean, the ones that are in the back, literally. Do you know what I mean? They're like archive pieces now. That's history.
Okay.
So the thing is, if someone needs it, you know, for a book, or if someone needs something for an exhibition or whatever, you can pull them out. You know, that's what it is, because it's all about preservation of what's happened. Someone's designed those shoes. They're like art. You know, that's like some beautiful aesthetics right there, and there's a story there. So at the end of the day, we've got to remember the stories. We've got to make sure that these stories are never lost. You know, or as much as possible.
Of course.
So that's what it's about. It's like when you got a painting on a wall, or around here when you got paintings on walls, right? It's just like appreciating the beauty at the end of the day.
Of course. I even wrote an article one time about like, is graffiti art or vandalism? Like, and me personally, I see it as art. You know,
when you go back to the days of Egypt and ancient Egypt, and you look at the hieroglyphics. That was communication. Yeah,
that was basically graffiti.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
You know, I wanted to quickly touch when you said if someone wants to use it for like a book or an exhibition. Does that mean that you have the ones that are archived? Are they like limited edition? No one else has got them, or
it's a mix. I mean, there's some of that. But then there's also ones from way back when that there's probably not that many pairs around anymore. I don't know, but the thing is, yeah, there's that, or there's ones that have got stories attached to them as well. Do you know what I mean? Because they're so dope. And, I mean, some of my best shoes, I've worn at certain gigs or whatever and stuff, or I've met people through them, and they just got they got stories, they got a history,
of course.
They've got a personality. You see, so that's the important thing.
Favorite brand?
Oh, yeah, my favourite brand. All of the brands have got their own flex.
Okay.
Right? Okay. So you got to appreciate them in the way that they sort of drop with your look every day.
Okay.
I appreciate them all in a different way, really, at the end of the day. I mean, there's some ones that do some butters stuff. I ain't going to front.
Well, I'm going to ask you about that in our games. We got a game.
What? Easy.
Come on.
Okay.
Come on, we got.
All right, I'm game.
It's Friday.
Yeah.
So I've got one more question, then we're going to get.
You ladies getting wavy. I have to say, you ladies getting wavy on the early, with a rum punch. I have to respect that.
Back to the hip hop real quick. I just want to know, who is your favourite solo hip hop artist and your favourite hip hop group / band / duo?
Whoa, that's deep, because there's so many dope ones.
Exactly. So that's why I want to hear what is your favourite, or what is your. I have to listen to this when I need to be cheered up.
Can I give you my favourite rapper at the minute?
Yeah.
Okay. My favourite US rapper. My favourite US rapper at the minute, I'd have to say, is this underground rapper called Rock Marciano. If you go check his stuff out, I mean, he was an original member of Flip Mode Squad back in the day with Busta Rhymes, but no one knows that, or not many people do. Rock Marciano. So he's named after the boxer. So the thing is, he's just got killer punchlines, but the thing is, his lyrics are just like, they're deep, they're textured, they're layered. I mean, that guy is sick. My favourite rapper from the 90s is Nas. My favourite rapper from the 80s to the 90s is Rakim.
Okay.
So, I mean, that's how I look at things. Do you know what I mean? And my favourite rapper who is blown up, which is not underground, is probably Kendrick Lamar.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like Kendrick.
I like Kendrick.
Love a bit of Kendrick.
Yeah.
So I'm going to play a tune, and then we're going to come back in with the game. Are you ready for the game?
Okay. Oh my God. I used to listen to Westwood's Break to the Beat, and I could never get it. And I had the records, and I just could never. Yeah, I'm just one of those ones that's completely rubbish at this. So this is gonna be tragic.
Right. So I'm gonna run in with Rock Marciano. Think Differently.
Oui.
It's an instrument.
Ooh.
So
cool.
Yeah, that beat was hard. That Rock Marcy beat was hard.
A sick beat, yeah. Even got me rapping like I'm out here.
Yeah.
Right, okay, so
Got a question?
the game is I'm gonna ask you a question. You're gonna take a sip of your drink.
Oh yeah.
And you're gonna answer the question. Just first thing that comes to mind.
Okay.
First answer.
All right.
All right, cool. And Paige has got some questions, so we're gonna bounce me, then her, then me, then her.
Word. All right, cool.
So my first question is take your sip. What is your favorite Air Max?
Oh, favorite Air Max.
Take a sip.
That's so tough. Oh, I'll take bare sips. I'll take bare sips. Oh wow, they're all wavy. But the best one.
Your favorite.
I think you know what, right? I'm always about future. I got the Air Max Plus on. I got the TNs on, right? And these, I think these are hard. But I really like, I'm all about the future and looking at the future. I think the Vapor Max right now for me. Okay, because in terms of the aesthetics and everything, they're just like wow. I mean, you got Air Max 1s, you got Air Max 90s, you got Air Max 93s, you got 94s, you got 95s. The Air Max 95s are classic. You got 96s, and you got 97s. The silver bullets, they're hard. Then you got these. I mean, so yeah, it's a tough one. They're 97s. Yeah, cool. Absolutely wicked. So there's so many interpretations that are just so hard. But let's go with a Vapor Max.
I love it.
Yeah, it's not for everyone, but I love it.
Cool, cool.
All right, Miss Paige.
Okay, my question is, my question is, what is one mistake you see a lot of up and coming DJs making, and what advice would you have? And what advice would you give them?
I mean,
one mistake.
I think there's a lot of DJs just playing the same stuff as everyone else. So what keeps you apart from the others? I mean, dropping the tunes in a different way, in a different sort of order, whatever. But the thing is, it would be good if you could just push it out a little bit, on occasion. Some DJs do, the really good ones do, but the ones just play all the bangers. And then the next gal or next dude steps up and they play the same bangers. So I've been at nights where you'll hear Post Malone like 4 times and it's just like what? Do you know what I mean? Exactly. Or you hear Skep 4 times. It's like okay, it's a wicked tune, but then it's come on.
As a DJ, isn't that something that you should kind of be listening out to? Like okay, even though I had that in my playlist, it's already been played twice. Right. I'm not gonna run it.
But the trouble is some of these DJs are doing so many gigs a night, they just turn up, do their set and then bounce. So they haven't heard what's gone on before.
No, that's true.
So that's the thing. That's another thing as well.
So what's your advice to them then?
We'll just get it early.
Get it early, be original.
Yeah, or the promoter should go, okay, cool, and just try to work out what all the DJs are going to roughly be going in the direction of. And go, okay, cool, well, blah, blah's playing this. And also headline acts, they're the ones who are really meant to play the bangers. If you're a warm-up DJ, the true skill is to warm up the crowd, juice up the crowd, without having to resort to those bangers. Do you know what I'm saying? Leave some room to breathe. Because otherwise the evening doesn't go anywhere.
Right.
It's just hits the thing and then it's there. And
one dynamic.
One dynamic, and you should be going all over the place with the evening.
Cool. Nice one. Right, quick one. Take your shot.
I'm getting wavy already.
Reebok or Adidas?
Oh, wow. That's tough. Hey, Reebok and Adidas are the same company now, right?
But they never used to be.
That's right.
So we're asking from the past.
I think Adidas
Adidas.
Yeah.
So who bought who then? Adidas bought Reebok?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cool. So with Adidas being your favourite, I want to know
my favourite out of the two.
Out of the two.
I see what you did there.
You're right.
Yeah.
What is, in your eyes, the best pair of Adidas?
Ooh, wow.
I know mine.
They've done so many dope shoes. I mean,
I didn't even know mine. I couldn't.
People might say, you want the shell toe. They had a shell toe, the superstar. But I mean, for me, I'm always a high top basketball head, right? Ooh. So the thing is, I have to say the Adidas Forum. I don't know if you know that one.
No, but I'm guessing it's a high top.
It's a high top. It's a high top. It's a high top. It's got straps, and it's dope.
Like
it's dope.
A high top with straps. I do like a big chunky high top.
Yeah. At the time, it came out as the most advanced basketball shoe on the court. So,
wow.
Yeah, it looked hard. It still drops heavy.
Nice.
Still drops heavy to this day. But you know, that's for me.
Nice.
Cool. If you could eternally be stuck in 1 year's music scene, what would it be?
Today.
Ooh, okay.
Because the thing is, if you're today, then you got everything that came before, and you got everything that's going on now. So you've got everything. So let's try to have everything, yeah?
Present moment.
Yeah. There's nothing like the present. Nothing like the present.
So my next question actually was, what is your favourite pair of high tops? Is it those Adidas though?
No, they're up there.
Okay.
They're up there. Also Air Force One highs.
Okay.
Really?
Very classic.
I used to like Air Forces.
Oh, you better get back on it. You know what I'm saying? Swear
I used
down.
to wear black ones to school. But I don't know, like maybe it's how it looks on my foot. I maybe I'm like quite slim and
suit your style.
and it's just a bit too like, they look like boats on my feet. Like I don't know, they're just so I don't know. So high top will make it look even worse on me.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I know what you're saying. I know what you're saying.
I
Yeah.
love a high top. I think my favourite pair of high top are the Air Max high tops.
Oh.
There's Air Max high tops.
Air Max high tops.
I didn't even know.
Yeah, you've seen them, right?
Oh, hang about. Yeah, I know what you're referring to. Yeah.
I've got a pair.
yeah.
I got them from America like 2-3 years ago, and I don't even know what number they are, to be fair. But they're grey, and they got like a bubble, and they got orange.
Okay.
And I love them.
I had some Bape
love 'em.
Stars. Bape Stars.
Babe stars. Whoa.
I loved them. They was like, but it was like, I got them from America as well. And it was, I wish I still had them, man. It was a Jamaican, like, colours. The laces were the Jamaican colours as well, like all lines. And then inside the sole, it said something about, I can't remember, this was years ago. It's like something like, respect. And in the other one, it said something else, but it was just sick. Like the way whoever made, and it was like painting as well. Like,
yeah, I remember those ones.
It was just.
And they look like Air Force Ones as well.
A little bit, yeah, but they're a bit lighter.
Yeah.
And I liked those. So,
nice.
yeah, man, Bape Stars.
Nice. Cool. So,
Sweet.
another quick question.
Question.
Smiths or Forest Hills?
Stan Smiths.
What are those?
Definitely Stan Smith. I met Stan Smith. Yeah, I met Stan Smith. He's a dude. And he's a very rich dude as well. He's a very rich dude as well because he gets a percentage of every single shoe sold.
No.
Yeah, since day. Yeah, but he's mad humble. Do you know what I mean? And he's still with his wife after all these years. Yeah. So he's like he's 100.
Nice.
He's 100. He's a good dude.
Nice.
Very solid.
So,
Solid.
back to what you said before. What is the worst pair of kicks that you've seen?
The worst pair of kicks. Whoa.
And that includes designers as well.
Yeah, totally. You know what, right? Okay, some of my brethren have got them, the Balenciaga Triple S, right? And it just looks like the chunky ones, yeah?
Okay.
I can't get with them. I can't get with them. You know what I mean? They're heavy and they just look butters.
Yes,
Yeah,
100%.
I think so. Yeah.
Question though. Are they sold like that? Dirty? Because everyone that I see in these they're scruffy.
Some of them are. Some of them have got that finish. You know, like you can buy denim that's like raw, or you can buy denim that looks like it's been, washed a million times. It's the same. It's the
Fair
same
enough,
thing.
but like for like a shoe, you want it like these are quite new. I'm gonna hate.
Yeah.
I'm gonna hate when all this
Gotta
white
be fresh.
stuff goes.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like I want my shoe. I think shoes is one thing that needs to be like. If my laces start getting dirty,
You want them pristine.
yeah, I'll put them in the washing machine before I go out, and I'll get a toothbrush or a baby wipe and just.
Yeah.
So what is the whole? Oh, look at them. Oh,
I just brought up a picture on the Mac over here.
Yeah, they're
They just remind
too
me
much.
of like
They're too
a
extra.
really old pair
of
like Harachis or something.
Yeah, but they're just too stacked. There's no technical performance ability to them either. That's one of the things that I generally need in a kick. Is the thing is I need to make sure that they had an athletic purpose originally, behind it.
So
Not all of them do, but most of them do. Exactly. Exactly.
Oh gosh, who stole it? The homeless guy.
Yeah, you know.
Oh,
In the Balenciagas.
You right? Yo, can you imagine? Yeah, I've seen some homeless people with some really paying kicks because obviously some people have been throwing them away or donating them.
Yeah,
and you go, wow.
The runaways.
Yeah, and it's a good thing. You see homeless people and they got a flex. It's good.
Lovely.
What is your favourite pair of kicks that you own?
Too many of them.
There's too many.
There's too many.
There's too many. There's too many. Maybe it's the ones that I designed a pair of Pumas years ago, and yeah, maybe it's those ones because I designed them.
So what are those ones then?
They're just a pair of Puma suedes. It was I got asked by Puma to design something, and
what sport did you have in mind when you made those?
Well, they're an ex-basketball shoe, and they're worn by break dancers and all that kind of stuff. It's a shoe that's really synonymous with hip hop. So it's a Puma suede, or we call them Puma States over here, and we called them Puma States when we did it actually. And I put a Gore-Tex. I asked to have a Gore-Tex lining put in. So it's the first time Puma ever did a shoe. Or a basketball shoe or a retro shoe with Gore-Tex. I don't even think they'd actually done a shoe with Gore-Tex before, but I could be wrong about that. But yeah, so that was a big deal.
Educate me. What's Gore-Tex?
It's material like this jacket here is made out of Gore-Tex. It's a technical fabric that prevents water from going. It's a waterproof material basically, but it's breathable, so so you don't sweat.
Ah, that explains those Geox shoes. Them Geox breathe, the shoe that breathes. That's what they call it. Yeah. Okay.
Were they high tops that you made?
Nah, they were low. They were like a red suede one. So yeah.
Okay.
I'm just having a look at Google to see if we can.
I'm just preying, I'm just preying. But yeah, okay, nice one.
Well, for the people watching, who will be watching and who are listening, shout out you lot.
Yo, bless.
Let them know all your socials, where they can find you, your radio show as well that you've got on a Tuesday, everything.
I'm joking. I plugged the radio show at the start, so I'm not going to be that.
That's okay.
You know what I mean? So I'm not going to be that. I'm not going to be that guy. So that's already out there from the start of the show. And if you haven't, just rewind and play again. But Kishkash 1. On Instagram, so KISHKASH, the number 1, and then on Twitter, Kishkash, but spelt out completely, so it's ONE instead of the number 1.
Okay.
And on Facebook, I've got a page as well, Kishkash again.
Nice.
Do you know what I mean? Cool. So yeah.
Make sure you check him.
So when's your next event? Because you said you do a yearly event.
Oh yeah. So we haven't given the date yet, but it'll be sometime spring, summer.
So can we get an invite to that?
Oh yeah, definitely. Yo, you good. Yeah, so yeah, sneakernest.com is what people need to check on that. Okay, and yeah, and keep noising me up. All right,
lovely.
And before you go, I just want to. I know you got one as well. I just want to ask.
Yeah.
What do you think is the most underrated brand?
Ooh,
I like that.
That's deep. There's a few actually, but one that has been around since day that isn't getting its due because I'm a fan of all the brands. But underrated. I think Asics aren't really getting their due. And the thing is, Asics is how Nike started off. Because Phil Knight, back in the day, in Portland, or Beaverton, wherever he was, I think it was Portland, he was importing Asics. He had the Onitsuka Tiger license. And he made his own version of the shoe. He made his own version of the shoe way back in 71, 72.
Mad.
And called it the Cortez. But it was basically similar to the Asics, I think Corsair. I can't remember, okay. But yeah. So but he just changed the branding. Things like that were a little bit more. Well, I mean, you could get away with a lot more back then, is all I'll say. But yeah, there's a couple of books on it as well that you can always read up on. But yeah,
cool. And
nice.
One last question, which I'm sure a lot of people have asked you. Where did the name come from, Kishkash?
Oh, it's my boy Mark Priest. I grew up with him. He's one of my best friends. So my real name is Kishan.
Okay.
So we abbreviate to Kish, and he goes, "Yo, you Kishkash." I mean, like that. Like that. So that's how it came out. Then he used to call me Kishkash Money. You know what I mean? And then and then people like Shorty Blitz call me Kishkash Money still, and all that kind of stuff. So it's kind of mad, but yeah.
Nice.
Cool.
So, yeah, it's kind of cool.
Amazing. Well, thank you. Yeah, done the socials.
No, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you both.
You.
Thank all three of you.
Yeah, well.
Yeah, man. Bless the people.
Shout out.
Word.
Thanks for coming.
It was a pleasure having you.
The pleasure was mine.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
And that brings us to the end of the show. Yes. Thank you very much for locking in. Make sure you lock in next Friday, obviously. UK_ISN. Charlie, your socials?
MSCHARLI. Miss Charlie. No E and no Y.
Gee, I love it. Every week she just manages to say that. And obviously it's your girl Brown Asia at _Brown Asia. And also make sure you are following Don City Radio.
Nice.
Peace.